Bhavesh Bhimanathani is a true yogi whose profound depth of knowledge has captivated spiritual seekers worldwide. With a unique ability to convey complex concepts in simple and practical terms, he has become a beacon of wisdom in the realm of spiritual evolution. His insights not only inspire but also empower individuals to embark on a transformative journey towards inner growth. Join us as we delve deeper into the world of this remarkable spiritual guide, where simplicity meets profound impact. Join me in welcoming Mr. Bhavesh Bhimanathani to I.I.M.U.N's role models. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very grateful. And yes, at your service.
Yes, so I'll just start with the live. So you have been an inspiration to many people in reforming their lives with yoga. So what has been your journey with yoga and learning the yoga philosophy?
To be honest, whatever we are doing is not something new. All the knowledge that has been given by the rishis is just out there. We are trying to get it out in simple language. And if I say that I'm doing something, it is the biggest ego. So as an instrument, I'm just doing whatever comes. That's a very honest answer to you. Because uh, it is not something new. Whenever we talk about yoga, even now, people have an advice that, or point of view that yoga is like, forward bends, backward bends, losing weight or so-called. And when we talk about yoga philosophy, people think, oh, how boring is to, give long lectures and we are going to go to sleep. But in reality, I think more than education, we need philosophy, how to live, how to operate, what is human birth, what is going to happen after death, before death, what happens when we have emotions. So the entire concept is not, it's not a concept, it is reality of life that is given by the rishis. That is what is, and my journey, to be honest, it is no journey. I'm just an instrument, a puppet in the hands of the divine.
Um, like you talk about yoga philosophy and you go beyond just the physical practice and you also teach. So, what is essentially yoga philosophy? What are some elements of it that are lesser known to the
Yeah, that's a very good question because people don't talk about, when we talk about yoga, people also only talk about, we have to reach the self, or everything is God, or, enlightenment, or breathing patterns, or doing us. And no one is talking about how yoga can be applied in day-to-day life. Our goal is to make you so much ready that you're able to face. And you know what I've realized with time that we in this, especially our generation, so-called teenagers or mid-age, we are very smart using an iPhone, very technical, travel the world, are very equipped with all languages, but emotionally and mentally we are zero. We can't balance ourselves and we lose our plot. But yoga is when you have learned how to be stable and steady in all aspects of life. So when we talk about philosophy or when you talk about the unshared elements, it is how to get it practical. And our generation wants everything practical.
That is
Like if I tell you, if I tell you that, what, um, have a cheesecake, have a cheesecake, have a cheesecake. But practically, if you have made the cheesecake, you have experienced the cheesecake, next time you'll never doubt what a cheesecake is.
that is
And the
very true.
logic is very important. And nowadays, if I give you logic, I answer it, you will be satisfied. And it is a fact I've experienced. So why do you go to the temple or why do you do this? No, it is happening. I don't know the meaning. I'm doing it because I'm scared of God. It is not your philosophy. And that is the problem. But we are trying to address that.
Yeah, that is true. And so, speaking of young people, there has been a significant lifestyle change for young people after the pandemic, and screens have become like the extensions of our fingers at this point. So, what can one do to maintain one's wellness and also find oneself in this fast pace?
The problem is maybe our generation, maybe the previous generation, maybe our parents. First of all, our parents don't want to change. It is very difficult. And first of all, if I tell you to change, even you don't want to change. You will change only when there's a desire to change. And honestly, smartphone has made life easier, but at the same time, depends how we use it. So your perception in life is very important. If you want to change, there's change. If you don't want to change, no one can change you. Not even a guru can change you. Not even God can change you. So if you want to change, you have to work hard towards it. And the only way to change is discipline. and
Hmm.
curiosity. If you have discipline and curiosity, then there is a start and you will change.
That is
And
very
also
true.
social media, and also about using social media. I'm sure everyone is using it, but depends how you want to use it, depends what you want to accept, depends how deep you want to go. And nowadays, everyone is very smart.
So, like you were talking about social media and that how the use of it is different from for every individual. And those like you are conscious about putting the content that you put across to the to practice sensitivity and inclusivity while putting content. However, many of the times some may misuse this and may put across half-baked information or even make problem. So, how do you recommend for young people like us to find the right path and know what is the difference between wrong or right?
Yeah, see, we are addressing our generation, young people. So I'll be very honest. Even when we open social media, half of them are dancing, half of them are on the beach, half of them are singing, and whatever is happening, it's a fact. But at the end of the day, if you're learning from social media, don't have blind faith. And half-baked cookies are always going to upset your stomach. So if you're learning something, go to the root, understand what is happening, ask question, contemplate. Okay, I'll tell you a difference between modern education and how the rishis gave knowledge. I know the voice is not clear, but am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Um, uh, Nowadays, I've been seeing, and we connect with many schools. It is like we are just waiting to get the book, mug it up, give an exam, get some grades, and that's it. There is no contemplation, there is no awareness, and there's a rat race that, I have to get grades, and, then I'll become a doctor, I'll become an engineer. And after a while in that life, you just get very depressed. You go into different states of minds and everything. My point is the rishis have gave the beautiful scenario how to study. First is known as Shravana. Whenever knowledge was given, listen to it. Nowadays, I see people are listening to it, and after the time they're making notes, they're recording from their phone, and later when they go home, they see that is never going to happen. Listen from your heart. So if you're sharing something, like I'm learning something from you, listen from my heart. That's called Shravana. Then Manana, whatever I have heard, I will contemplate. I will come back to you again. I will ask you questions. If I'm not convinced, I will doubt again and ask you questions. When I'm convinced, then only I'll apply the knowledge in a practical life. If you have that attitude, then somewhere you will start getting your answers. But we want everything Insta Maggie, Insta noodles, Insta coffee, Instagram. The process of enlightenment is not Insta. It takes time, it takes evolution, and it takes hard work.
That is true, sir. But then even today, like you said, everyone in this generation wants everything instant. So what can
Yeah.
we do? Even I see my friends and family. They want results instantly. Even when follow someone or do some activity that is being told, they want results instantly. So what
E-
one do?
To anything that is happening instantly will have results instantly. Anything that
Hmm.
is taking time with awareness will have, I always give this example. Have you seen bael? Bael leaf is what Shiv loves. We offer to him. And bael is a fruit which takes 1 year to grow. So it's on the tree. It goes to summer, winter, rains, and after 1 year it blossoms. And when you have that bael juice, it will heal you completely. So the
Hmm.
more the time you are learning a topic, understanding about your own life, understanding what you're doing, the more benefits you'll have at a long run. And you know what changes is your experience. You and
Hmm.
me may be learning the same topic, but our experience is very different. And that is what makes us unique.
That is true. That is
And there
true.
is no shortcut for experience. If you're meant to cry, you will not enjoy happiness. You'll enjoy happiness only when you have experienced what sadness or unhappiness is. So we are living in a world where we get two things.
That is so true, sir. So just patiently be with the journey.
Yeah, and patiently be with the journey. That doesn't mean that you become a punching bag. Oh no, patiently I'll wait my educational system. No, patiently I'll wait and I'll get good grades. No, patiently I'll wait. Oh no, 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 no. You have to give effort. Your effort is changing your life, and effort is very, very important. And if you don't like something, don't do it. Don't do it under the pressure of your parents. Don't do it under the pressure of society. Don't do it under the pressure to have social followers or anything. Do what makes you happy. That is what is required.
That is, I mean, of course, everyone would love to do what's happy, what they like to do. But even, at times I see my friends who can't do something because of their parents. And this is, I mean, I'm sure you must have been asked this question many times. But what can one do not go against their parents with?
My dear, you tell me if you like singing,
Hmm.
and I tell you that cooking is good for you.
Hmm.
How long will you do it for? You would do it for 10 days, for 15 days, for 1 year. After that, you will explode. And at
Hmm.
one point of time, you have to, half of the time we don't take the step because we are scared to burst our own bubble. So that one day you have to take a step, do what makes you happy. And yes, there's another fact that at the moment we are living with our parents, we can't do anything. You're obliged also. But in a long run, when you start evolving, you realize that there are steps that you need to take. Because I can take everything away from you, I can never take your happiness. Your happiness is in your hands and how you live.
That's so nicely put together. So I'm sure all those who are listening to this live are deeply inspired by it. They will definitely get out of the comfort zone and do what.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people are very inspired now, but after half an hour, they'll forget everything. because Because it requires effort, it requires motivation. And
Yeah.
personally, please don't just become rabbits running behind life because life should be lived. And I think life is very short. You don't know what is going to happen next.
Well, that is so true, sir. And sir, you also, in many of your videos, you've seen that you widely talk about decoding the practices of Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma. And your content widely codes simplify these philosophies and practices that are good and that ways time also encourage people to take lessons from these and then use those and implement those and solve them. So,
Yeah,
um, what has been your journey of studying these ancient texts, and how can people go about decoding and reading them?
I'll be very honest. I know people don't like this answer, but my journey is nothing. I'm just an instrument. Whatever the divine wants, that is happening. The day I say I'm doing it, I think I'll be the greatest failure. So it is just happening on its own. Secondly, you know what? What I realized, there are many rituals, we are doing it for the sake of doing it.
Hmm.
And when we explain, in fact, it has been explained in the Upanishad, has been explained in the Ved, has been explained in Bhagavad Gita, how to do it, what is the logic behind it. For
Hmm.
example, simple things, putting a bindi, or very simple thing, why do we walk barefoot? If I explain you, automatically you'll do it. And it will add value to your life. So I think that is the goal, to get the logic side, because nothing is done in air. Everything has logic. The fact that you're breathing, there's logic behind it. If you don't breathe, you'll die. So everything in Sanatan Dharma has very practical logic.
Hmm.
The problem is very few are capable of understanding it and very few want to do it. So that is in your hands again.
But how do young people, because in today's day and age, like you said, young people just read something and then forget about it. So how do they actually read all those steps?
Forget, my
Learn?
dear, forget young people. The entire Mahabharata, the entire Bhagavad Gita was given by Bhagwan to Arjun, and after few years, he forgot everything. He came back to Krishna Bhagwan again and asked, "Can you please explain what happened during the war?" And Bhagwan said no. So the only way to understand is practically applying it in a day-to-day life. And discipline is very important. Very, very important. Effort is attractive. Effort is very attractive, but to put effort is what we are lacking.
So just put effort
Put effort,
and put.
put effort, gain knowledge. Start by small things. Don't jump into big things. Like, just be honest. Let go of things. We want control of everything. We want to control ourselves also, you want to control others also, you want to control neighbors also. You can't even control your breath. So that we have to let go. So what you take away is letting go.
So letting go as well as putting in your effort and ensuring follow.
Yeah. And more than that, don't become a slave to what people are saying. If you're happy doing something, do it, work towards it. Trust me, the nature, the cosmos is so beautiful, it will start opening things. But here, without doing anything, we want a Bentley, we want big houses, we want name, we want fame. You have to work towards it, and you will get what you deserve.
That is
You won't get everything. Yeah.
put together, sir. So also at our I.I.M.U.N conferences, we aim to unite the world, and some of the practices we do are yoga, having vegetarian food amongst many other things. So, what according to you is the
Your voice is breaking. I'm very sorry.
uh, are you able to hear
Yeah,
me?
much better.
Okay. So at our I.I.M.U.N conferences, we aim to unite the world, and to do this, we do things such as practicing yoga in all of our conferences and serving vegetarian food amongst many. So, what according to you is the
It's amazing what you are doing. You're giving them a sattvic attitude. You're telling them how to live life. You're telling them everything. But if I would personally love to add that the generation that is coming up, they need to realize that how they should be happy and how they should be contented. Not money making machines, not fearing machines, not having complexity, but how to be happy and how to realize that human birth is very precious. And I'm sure you are doing it in your own ways beautifully. But the agenda should be like how to have a fruitful, experiential, valuable life. And more than that, something very important, we should learn how to be humans first. That is very difficult nowadays. We can't see others happy. We can't see anyone doing good. We want complete. So that should be ingrained in the system. There should be activities, and you all are doing some amazing job. I've been doing some R&D on you all also.
Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. But like you rightly said, we should be able to first be a human and then
Yeah.
anything else.
And we don't understand. I have realized what we should take away. We are all hot-blooded now and we want to conquer the world. We want to do this. And we don't have control on our tongue. And that guilt is too much. So if you want to start, be wise, be kind with your words, respect your family, respect your work, be generous, be kind, because that is the essence of all the teachings of, and learn to see everything as equal. We can't accept. So only by living it, we can actually talk about it. Because now we are only talking theory. Yeah.
That is so true, sir. So be kind, be
Be
nice.
kind. The simple, just be kind to others, and nature will look after it. Even a small ant is taken care of. We are human beings with intellect who can operate, but yet we can't digest things. And so many things we don't even know. We know nothing.
That is so true, sir. So like you said that we should, chant the Gayatri mantra at a fixed in the
Yeah.
morning.
Or if you can't chant the Gayatri mantra, just chant Om.
So like that is what I wanted to ask. What is so powerful in the Gayatri mantra or chanting Om that will help us overcome the stress?
So I'll give you a very simple example. Okay. Imagine you're driving a car, and all of a sudden there's a emotional song that has been played. Okay. You're listening to an all of a sudden after a while you'll get emotional and you'll start tearing up because some emotions will hit, some memories will come to you. All of a sudden your mood will start changing. Similarly, the mantras given by the rishis are such that they invoke the innate tendencies and spiritual powers in us. So a mantra is a frequency of sound. For example, if I have headache, I will have a paracetamol or anything to control my. Similarly, a mantra is such a form that will get the energy that is out within me. So Om is the most powerful mantra. Then Gayatri, every mantra has its own benefit. For example, if I have health issues, I'll chant the Triambakam mantra, the Mrityunjay mantra. If I want to be aware, then I'll chant the Gayatri mantra. If I'm worshipping a deity, I'll chant a specific mantra. So the concept of mantra is another explanation altogether.
Okay, so thank
And
you
the
so much.
biggest mantra for people like us, students, is be kind, be humble, and take one day at a time.
That is so true, especially for this generation. I think this generation really needs to hear the fact that they need.
Yeah, I've seen people planning out 15 days, 20 days after 5 years after engineering, and I don't even know if what is going to happen after this live session. So it's another thought only in my head. Yeah.
Yes, but like you said, that we should, take one day at a time. But at the same time, don't you think it's important to also plan what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do this week, in order to be organized? And
See, on a very practical note, planning is good, no problem. But what the outcome is never in your hands. For example, now I've planned that after this I'm going to have some food. It is good. But after eating the food, my stomach will be upset. What is going to happen that no one knows. Your duty, the entire teaching of Bhagavad Gita is your duty is to give your best all the time. That is what is asked. Are you giving your best? Because if you're giving your best, you're not worried about anything. Nothing. And you will get what you deserve.
that is so nice.
Nothing more, nothing less. If you have seen many people planning engineering, then becoming singers. I've seen many people who are doctors and now they're into teaching yoga. So you never know. And the beauty of life is you never know what is next. That is what is making life beautiful. Otherwise,
That,
everything will be so boring. And the more you plan, the more the things that doesn't go your way, or the more you plan and something doesn't turn out, you are in pain, no one else. So why to plan?
that is so beautifully put together, sir. There's so much to take away from.
You were boosting my ego left and right, but it's yeah. But
And so, like everyone has a role model. So, who has been your role model, and what are some lessons that?
my role model on the path is my guru and all the saints and all the rishis. I am very blessed that I've been living with my guru, and people think that these spiritual people, on a very practical note, are not very cool, and they're very strict, and there's a certain way to live and all. I think if you get to know and understand life, they are enjoying every moment. We are the one who are sulking and always complaining about things. They are living moments, and I think the greatest role model is my guru, my parents, what I bought, and spiritually talking, all the great saints of Bharat.
What has
It's
been
because of them.
one
Yeah.
learning from all of them that you would like to say is the biggest thing that you've learned from them?
The biggest thing that I've learned from great saints, that they are very humble. They know everything, yet they know nothing. And here, if I know little, oh, I have so many followers, on the spot, my chest will come out. On the spot, I'll think a superhuman. But these rishis are masters of the universe, yet they are so humble. The attitude of gratitude is the biggest, which we are lacking.
That is so nicely put together. Would
Yeah,
have-
because nowadays our world is only LV, Gucci, Prada, and iPhone. That is where we are evolving. But
And
these great saints are amazing. The more I talk, I can go on and on and on and on and on. Yes.
that is so true. So just be humble and have gratitude.
Be humble, be kind, and some practical takeaway. We are very intellectually smart. Like the generation that I see, my cousins, young cousins and sisters and brothers and all, they are in college, they are in universities, and the way they talk is amazing. At that time, they are aware, and that time if they realize that just be kind, just be nice because you don't know what tomorrow is. No one knows.
That is so true. That is so true, sir. So, like you mentioned before, take one day at a time.
One day at a time. And if you take one day at a time, there's nothing to worry.
That is true, sir. That is very true. And now, sir, moving on to the last segment, it is a rapid fire. So I will just say one word and then whatever is the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yes.
So yoga.
Yoga is doing every action with awareness and surrender. It is not physical, it is not pranayama, it is not meditation. It is just understanding that everything comes from the same source. And wherever you are placed, give your best. If you're studying, study best. If you're fighting with your boyfriend, fight best. If you're listening to your mother, listen best. Just do things at your maximum capacity. Rest, nature will look after you.
That is so nice. So pranayam.
Pranayam, extension of pranayam is a topic which I can go on, but pranayam is something which is taking you from this so-called dimension into higher states of consciousness. It is extension of life. At times it is breath, but we call it prana, which is giving you life. So if you want, do you want one word answers or do you want statements? Okay.
Anything. Knowledge.
Knowledge is a problem. Excess of knowledge is ignorance and ego. But knowledge plus experience is wisdom. I think that is what is knowledge, science and applied science. I think knowledge is both coming together. And that is what a yogi is. Beyond knowledge also. Yes.
Dharam.
Oh, now you're touching into topics which are it is where if you have understood what dharam is, you are a living yogi. The microcosm is a part of the macrocosm. If you have understood what your role is, you are. If you want to know more about dharam, then you should know the life of Sri Ram. Very wrongly portrayed. People don't even know when he got enlightened. What was his dharam? Yep.
Karam.
Not just action, but the intention and motivation behind the action. That means, and karam is something very beautiful. We call it karma in English, it's actually karam. But see, out of so many people, I don't even know you. You are asking me question. That is also a karam. So, karam is also what action I'm doing. So it goes beyond. Yeah.
Your favorite cuisine.
Whatever I get in the mountains, we eat. We have no demands. Yeah, in Gomukh, in fact, we came from Gomukh now and we were only having paratha. So that time the cuisine was paratha. So what to do? But whatever nature gives, we're just grateful that we're getting food to eat. Yeah.
Your comfort food.
Dal rice, roti sabzi. And in the mountains, there's paratha. Yeah.
A place visited that captured you instantly.
Oh, what the Shamshan Ghats of Bharat.
That is so
Yep.
nice. India.
Dev Bhumi, Karma Bhumi, it's everything. I'm very proud and I'm very proud. And I'm very vocal about it. It is the land of rishis. It is a land that's given me everything. So Bharat Mata is everything. Yes.
Like our vision says, uniting the world, the
Yeah. That is, Bharat is something. It is not a word, it is not an emotion, it is entire life. The more we talk about it,
that is so
the more
true.
power comes here.
And lastly, I.I.M.U.N, this organization.
When we got to know and when Asta told us we are doing this, I was the first person to say yes because you are doing something which is one of my dreams also. It is Adi Veda's dream also, and it is my guru's dream also that the generation is not just money-making rabbits, but highly evolved beings evolving together. So it is something which is, and any force you all need, we are always there. I know we are nothing, but yes.
No, sir. I mean, I'm so grateful that I'm able to talk to you today, sir. But thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much. I know time is running. Yeah.
No, sir. I mean, it's such a great pleasure being able to talk to you. It's a privilege that I'm getting this opportunity. So thank you so much for doing this. I'm
No,
sure.
it is my opportunity that you all are talking to me. So I am grateful. Other way around.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
Once again,
so much. Very, 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 very grateful. And the work you all are doing, please continue.
Thank you so much.
There's a saying, there's a saying in the way the Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, everywhere. Any act that is done to uplift others, nature will look after you. So it is taken care.
That is so sweet of you. So once again, thank you so much. Learned so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you
doing
so much.
it.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you.
Hari Om Tat Sat.